Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel. Just recently Logitech revealed their brand new Prodigy lineup of gaming peripherals, and as you can see, it didn't take me long to get my hands onto a product from that series, that being their G213 Prodigy keyboard. If you're interested in the rest of the Prodigy lineup, be sure to stick around and subscribe to the channel, as I'm also going to cover their G403 mouse and G231 headset soon. As you can see, we have your pretty standard looking product packaging when it comes to keyboards from Logitech's gaming series. On the front you can see a picture of the keyboard itself with indication of RGB backlighting, while going to the back we have another picture of the keyboard from a different angle and a brief overview of its features, as well as a list of the supported platforms on the bottom side of the box. Opening up the box, here is your obligatory user manual, and that's about it for the bundle. And of course, here's the keyboard itself. As you can see, Logitech went with a very simple and straightforward design for the G213 Prodigy keyboard, very similar to their G610 model. Everything is neatly laid out, and the only thing that's out of the ordinary, so to speak, are the dedicated multimedia keys, which are placed in the right top corner, next to the indicator lights for the caps lock, num lock, and so on. The big fixed palm rest on the bottom also stands out, and although I personally love having a palm rest, I would also love to see an option of removing it, because not everybody feels comfortable using it. Although it doesn't have any dedicated macro keys, the top row of F keys can be used as ones if you set up them using the appropriate software, but more on that later on. Right next to them, in the left top corner, you will find the RGB LED lit Logitech logo, a cool little detail. As for the build quality, it's on the level for this price point. Everything is made out of plastic, at least from the outside, and the keyboard is decently heavy, exactly 1000 grams, and sturdy, not much flex to it. Backside reveals a glossy frame finish and no additional inputs like an audio pass-through or a USB hub. Although it lacks in that field, on the other hand, the G213 Prodigy comes in with a cool and at first sight invisible feature, and that is that it's spill resistant, so feel free to get your beverage game on around it. Turning the keyboard to the other side, you'll see that it carries a couple of rubber pads on the top and a big long one on the bottom, and of course the must-have stand-off fit in each of the top corners. Last but not the least, for connecting up, the G213 Prodigy uses a 1.8 meter long braided and very thick cable. Coming down to the probably most important part of any keyboard, especially a gaming one, its switches, Logitech here decided to use their custom membrane switch design called Logitech Mech Dome. They feel a lot like my old G11 keyboard, and that's a positive thing, something on the line of a mechanical switch, very tactile, with 4mm of travel distance and 50 grams of actuation force, while being reasonably quiet. Overall, the keyboard was very pleasant and comfortable to use, especially if you're planning to do more typing than gaming, and the whole Prodigy lineup is actually running on that philosophy, aiming at the more casual part-time gamers, bringing them the best from both worlds. The backlight for the keys is bright enough and it's evenly dispersed throughout the whole keyboard, and also without any light bleed. Of course, you can completely turn it off if you wish so, but unfortunately there isn't any different levels of brightness. As a cherry on the top, the G213 Prodigy is of course also supported by the Logitech gaming software utility. Up there you'll get your usual layout of keyboard settings, like setting up the macro switches for the function keys, saving different gaming profiles, changing the color of the backlighting for the keys, their style and effects, customization up to 5 separate lighting zones, recording your key heat map, and so on. Sitting at $70 on their website, the G213 Prodigy is a bit more expensive than I would expect, especially since it doesn't have mechanical switches, but then again, down the line, I think it's not going to be a problem finding it at around $50 to $60 once it hits other retailers worldwide, which will then make it a decent deal. That's it guys from me for this time. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of the Logitech's G213 Prodigy gaming keyboard. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to the Tech YouTube channel, or you can just check out some of my other videos from before.